All right.
Well, without any further ado, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker, Caroline Hutchison with Medina Media, to talk to us about the value of video. So, Caroline, it is all yours.
Thanks, guys. Can you hear me okay? Can I get like a thumbs up? How's the audio?
Yes.
Good? Okay. I've been on a few that it was kind of rough to listen to, not necessarily on Team Network, but some Zoom calls lately that were a little painful. So I think audio is important at this time in our life. I'm going to go ahead and share my presentation with you guys. I'm really excited to share this. I feel like there's just going to be some aha moments for everybody, and I hope there is. Even if you're an expert in marketing and social media, I am going to share some of my own little secrets that have helped me kind of get my following to where it is. So I'll tell you a little bit about me for those of you who do not know. I am a professional hunter. It's something that I do as a hobby, and I just really enjoy sharing it with my audience and my friends. And in doing so, I've had, because of my following on social media, I've become a social media influencer in the hunting industry, and I'm sponsored by a bunch of different companies. And so I get paid to wear and, use some of this hunting gear in my social media posts and my videos. And I kind of think that this is not necessarily going to be all about video, but it's going to be more about how I'm using social media to gain an audience and the science behind how I'm doing that. So you can kind of understand what hashtags to use and how to tag people better to get a bigger response for your business. So hopefully it'll be stuff that you can all apply right away. Like, I want to challenge all of you to start tagging me in your posts so that I can give you criticism on what you're doing right and wrong, right? So I can give you some feedback. So another thing I've been doing for a while is going out and reviewing resorts and golf courses for a magazine called Find Magazine out of San Diego and Scottsdale. So I created this brand called The Drive to Par. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, have the website, thedrivetopar.com, where you can see all of my reviews. And I get to play golf and go around and review a lot of resorts. And the reason I'm pointing this out is that I don't make any money doing any of the golf reviews that I do. And I feel like it's important for everyone to understand that, in doing that for the last 5 years, I've created a portfolio and also have created a skill set. And sometimes you have to invest your time to get where I am right now. Everyone's always like, oh, you're so lucky. I have worked very, very hard to get where I am. And what I've done is invested a lot of time and effort into building that audience and portfolio. So the golf industry is just another one of the marketplaces that I really love to play around in, but I really love video and music. And recently I've been making jingles and working with Vocal Ink Production up in Hagerstown. We've been making a video for the Mental Health Association. And I'm getting a ton of feedback and growing my audience by using a few simple tools and techniques that I'm going to share with you right now. So hashtags and keywords. These are things that are relevant to your business that you should be using across the board. Everything from your Instagram, your Facebook, your Pinterest, your website, your Google My Business, the keywords on your YouTube channel, everywhere you're going online should all have relevant keywords to your business. And how you set up those keywords depends on what platform we're talking about. And now that you have Facebook offering you options for people to show reactions, like share, hearting and laughing and thumbs up are just a few of the options. But the things that when people interact with you and when people actually use those different buttons to mark your post, it's an algorithm that's kicked in on the back end of Facebook that tells Facebook, hey, this is something that's trending. The more people that heart your post, the more people it's going to come up in their timeline. So people that aren't normally following you might start seeing your post just because other people are following your post. And also the hashtags that you're putting in your post are what is going to make it come up in search results. So if I'm doing something related to golf and I don't use the hashtag golf in my post, it's not going to come up in search results as often. And only the people following me are actually going to see the post. People that aren't following me will start finding it when I start using hashtags in my posts. And that's relevant from Facebook across the board. So what is your why? And when you're posting something, I think it should be really obvious what you're posting about, right? So this is an example of a post that I made for one of my clients. Kill viruses in your home every day. Install Active Tech Air. Obviously, this is about viruses, and it has the brand and the logo right there in the post. If you're not using your logo and watermarking your images, that's a huge, like, obvious thing that you're not doing. That's really easy to start branding your post easily. And when someone shares your post, then your logo is going to get shared across the board to everyone also. A tool that I use to make my posts and make them so that they all fit properly, and I'm sure you've heard of this app before, is called Canva, right? So Canva is a really easy app you can install on your phone. You can get an account online, and you can use Canva, and it gives you templates right there to make posts that look just like this, that are all sized and look really nice. So easy to read, easy to see, and all sized so that nothing gets cut off when you post it. So I would suggest when you're posting something to give information, educate people, or offer them some kind of promo or gift in everything you're doing. So there's some kind of purpose behind every post. Otherwise, don't post it. This is where I'm going to talk a little bit about video, because I do feel like this is such a in-your-face, like, visual. This is a screenshot of one of my Facebook pages' performance on the posts that I had been putting up. And you can see, and this is all organic, the difference between how videos perform versus just posts. I mean, we're talking a difference of 148 interactions up to 16.4 thousand interactions on a video. And that's just organic shares and people liking it. The videos just perform way, way, way better because it's entertaining. Another thing that I think people forget to do is tagging other people in your posts. And the reason that I have been successful in Instagram and growing a following and getting all these sponsorships, and this is something you can use for your business. So imagine if you are tagging someone in your post that has 50,000 followers and they share your post, right? So there's a power behind tagging people in your post. And if you can create good enough, clean content and get people to want to share it, that's what people are looking for. So to get their attention, you need to tag them in your post. And by tagging someone, it notifies them right away. It says, hey, Caroline just tagged you in this post. So a good example is this picture right here. I posted this. This is out in the Badlands. Super fun time. I tagged Stormy Cromer, who's the hat brand. You know, I tagged Canon, Drake, the camouflage company, and 2 or 3 of them shared that post. So it got out there in front of an extra 100,000 people just by getting a couple of shares on Instagram. So does everybody understand when I say sharing how, or tagging, how that works by using the @? Does anybody have any questions about how to tag someone in a post on Instagram or Facebook?
Don't they need to be asked, or you just do it without asking? And if you're like, you're wearing a Stormy Cromer, so you're sort of saying, hey, look, this photo has your hat on it. You should share this.
Yeah, I'm giving them credit in the post for one thing. And if it's a good, tasteful picture and, you know, it's well done, then it's great marketing for them. It's like someone else talking about you. You know, it's like a referral right there in your social media. And getting them to share your post is just going to market you to all of their followers. So most public businesses want you to tag them in their in your posts. So by using that @ right there, like @Stormy Cromer, that is what triggers telling the Facebook or Instagram, whichever platform you're using, that you're trying to tag someone. So it'll start typing. When you start typing, it'll pull up, oh, are you trying to tag @Caroline? It'll start typing my name. If you've tagged me before or if we're friends, it'll start suggesting that person. So play around with it. Don't be afraid. I mean, you can delete your post if you mess up. It's not going to break the internet.
Caroline, is there a way to tell what is a real account and which may be, for lack of a better word, a fake account for some of these businesses, or
yeah, a lot of the Instagram ones have like the blue check beside them to show you that it's a certified account. Another way is to just go and check prior to tagging them, like go and look at their page and see what their username is and take note of it and follow them. And if you're following them, then it will suggest them first.
Got it.
Yep.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Again, using Canva, it's free, and I can't say enough how important it is to have stuff that's not chopped off so that people can see the full preview of what you're trying to show them. Even if it's a thumbnail or something for your YouTube channel, you can create it there. I created this presentation in Canva. So it's an awesome way to create business plans, media kits, menus, anything you can imagine. There's tons and tons of templates in there to go through. And I also think it's important when you're marketing to identify your audience, whether you're doing an ad for external business, like if you're a bar, for instance, in this post I was thinking of, you could be advertising about the drinks you serve, but if you're also advertising to try and get new people to work there, you know, you can post about the quality and the high quality products that you offer and talk about your company as a whole and try to get a higher quality bartender on your staff. So, you know, there's two ways you can be marketing yourself, and the hashtags you use as well as the pictures and everything you use in your posts should tell that message clearly when you're making it. I don't know how many of you have used TikTok, but I made a couple of videos with my daughter recently, and it's pretty fun. I would highly recommend if you're bored and you're at home and you want to get a little, you know, crazy, go ahead and create a TikTok account and have some fun with it. But YouTube does have more videos now than any television network ever has. So there's an online video presence that's growing. And if you're uncomfortable making videos, TikTok makes it a little bit easier to get a little bit more comfortable and have some fun with it. And everyone's just kind of trying it, so you don't have to feel embarrassed about looking silly. So that's a good way to just get a little more comfortable and get out there and try to make your own videos. So don't be afraid to sound a little goofy. Have a little bit of fun. And marketing should be fun. That's one thing I've learned is, you know, people like to follow someone that's having a good time. So go ahead and have fun with your marketing. Another thing I found very interesting statistically recently was that most people are actually watching TV and are watching Facebook, Netflix, YouTube, and everything on either a computer or on a smart TV, way more than apps on their phone right now. And I think that's just recent information, and since January to March 24th. So since COVID, people are actually using their smart TVs and computers more than their smartphones for entertainment purposes. So I think people are trying to get off of their phones and break away from staring at their phones so much and turning to their computer and smart TV, it looks like. So I don't know, interesting statistics, but it's good to know that there are options to get in front of people on those other platforms while they're online. So again, tools that I would highly recommend using would be Canva. A followers app is great to see who's following you and who's not following you on Instagram. And so I know that sounds silly, but I teach an entire class just on Instagram and growing your following to over 10,000 followers in a year. And one of the things I teach people is to go in and follow people that are following accounts that are similar to yours. And I know Roy is on the call with me. I worked with him at Fitzgerald in just a couple of months. We got his account to over 1,000 followers on Instagram, and that's all. And they're all local people right in the Frederick area that he's trying to target. And it's really neat to be able to use the tools Instagram offers you to show that you're actually getting a hold of your marketplace. And you can do reports and insights to see right in Instagram the cities that are most of your viewers and everyone are coming from. So if I were to say, you know, what platform you should put your time into for social media, Facebook definitely has the biggest marketplace, obviously, but Instagram is a really awesome tool and allows you to copy over from Instagram to Facebook for free, just with a click of a button. So if you're going to put the effort into marketing, I would suggest starting with Instagram and just having it copy over to Facebook and double your efforts with one post. So before I keep going, I don't know, how much time do I have right now?
think I have another 10 minutes or so.
Okay, cool. So Facebook, there's a lot about Facebook that I could go on and actually do an entire class just about Facebook, but I tried to break it down into one slide, which is very difficult, but there's a lot of bullet points here that you can get a copy of this. I'm sure I can share this out through Team Network if you guys want a copy. But sharing on Facebook is what is really going to get you exponential growth, and giving people a reason to share your post is not that difficult, really. Another way you can get your post shared on Facebook is by joining groups on Facebook and going on and having groups that you can share your relevant posts to. Say once a week, if you create a really high quality video, don't go on and blast on every single group every day all of your posts, but make something high quality that's really of substantial, interesting information that you want to share, and go out and put it out on your groups. And that way you can get those videos 10, 20,000 views and get something trending. It just depends on how many times you can get it shared. So imagine if Team Network had, all of our users, everybody in Team Network were sharing a post that we put up to everybody on Facebook every time we put something out there. How many people would see that versus if just Kurt puts it up on his profile on Facebook? I mean, the power behind sharing on Facebook is exponential networking. And if you understand that and you can give people a reason to share your post, that is going to get you the biggest feedback on Facebook sharing. Again, you can post to Facebook right from Instagram. And there's a lot of fun ways that you can create content on Facebook by using filters and adding to your story on Facebook. And once you add to your story, you can save those posts for later. You can post them right away, or you can just create the post, save it on your phone, and then post it later. You don't have to post it right there at that time. I'd love to be able to demonstrate all this stuff for you guys. Here's a sample post that I made for one of my other clients, and I like to make the marketing fun, but again, this is a really cool example of a template that was right there on Canva that I grabbed, and putting their logo into it made it so it's good branding for them, but also easy to make a post and gives them a reason to use social media. So checking in on social media during your visit to the salon, you can get 5% off your service there. So that's a pretty big deal. And if you can get people interacting with you and checking in on your Facebook page, that's another great way to get noticed and get people to start seeing your page and have yourself show up as somebody that's trending. Okay, I'm going to skip over to YouTube because I do feel that if anybody on here has the confidence to come on Zoom and introduce yourself the way that you should have a YouTube channel right now if you don't already. So YouTube is not that hard to use. You can download the app right on your phone, and by creating a YouTube channel and starting to create your own videos, you're going to be investing in content for your website, for your other platforms, and also YouTube will start coming up in Google search results when people start looking for you if you're using the right keywords. So have you ever searched for something on Google and, you get the option, do you want to watch a video or do you want to read an article about how to do something? I mean, I would say, show of hands, how many people are going to watch a video? I'm definitely watching a video. I'm not going to read something. So think about that for your business. Do you want people going to your website, digging through your website to find out about you? Or do you want them to start by watching a video that clicks through to your website? And I know we have a bunch of people on this call that can help you do a lot of the stuff that I honestly don't know how to do, like getting your click-throughs and backlinks on your websites. Those aren't my strengths. My strengths are, helping people understand how to use social media and becoming more creative with it. And I think YouTube and making video content, you can't go wrong with starting to document your business, the services you offer, testimonials of things that people say about your business. Those are all really great ideas that anyone could use for their business, no matter what kind of business you have. And if any of you need help or would like help setting up a YouTube channel, I've offered to any Team Network member help making their first video for free. And I've been offering that. I know, Steve, you've heard me doing that on a couple of calls today. I'm willing to do that for anybody that would like a video to help them get started and kind of break the ice for you, to help you, you know, because video is really a very powerful way to market yourself. And I can't say it enough. Make a YouTube channel. Here's a screenshot of part of my YouTube channel, and I have a whole bunch of different playlists. You know, I've just put together over the years all these different playlists and have a huge portfolio of videos, and I would urge you to go there just to get some ideas. I have one that's called Video Samples, has 70 videos in it that you can just get some ideas of, you know, what you might be able to do for your business for marketing videos. Instagram, I think, is, again, a really great way to start with your social media marketing if you're looking for a starting point. Just because on Instagram, you can go in and you can post there and it copies over to your Facebook. So some of the things that I tell people, and I'm going to try to cram a lot of information again into one slide here, but posting only one time a day is a really good idea. And I've heard people say different times of day, but I've had a lot of success posting really early in the morning, like 7 o'clock in the morning. I think people wake up and kind of look at their Instagram and look at their social media and stuff in the morning. Another time I think people are online is 5 to 8 p.m. in the evening. I think they get home and kind of put their feet up and check stuff out. Right now with COVID, I think people are online a lot more throughout the day than they were before. So you can kind of post almost any time of day. But I wouldn't suggest posting more than one time a day on Instagram, because people will unfollow you just as fast as they follow you if they're tired of seeing you in their feed all the time. So if you take 5 pictures of your cat and you make 5 posts about your cat, expect that I'm going to unfollow you like right away. So make your post count. Like, make one cool post about your cat and put it up. Don't give me 5 posts. I want you filling my timeline with 5 posts about your cat, please. Instagram has the largest growing following. So they're getting more new followers than all the other platforms right now. They're growing at the fastest pace. I think that Instagram is a good place for a buyer's market also. And more people will follow a brand on Instagram than they will on Facebook. So for instance, people would follow an athlete or a clothing brand on Instagram long before they will go and look and follow them on Facebook. And statistically, people are looking for more personal friends and family connections on Facebook than on Instagram. So people are in a buyer state of mind when they're in Instagram using the app already. Subliminally, it's a great place to connect with people from a branding perspective, because people are in that mental state of mind. How many people on this call have Instagram right now? Show of hands. So if you don't have Instagram, again, if you would like help setting up an Instagram account, please just hit me up. I put my details in the chat. I'll be more than happy to help you set up an account and even help you connect it to your Facebook page so that you can utilize that option to post on Instagram and have it copy over to Facebook, because it's such an easy way for a small business owner to start connecting with people online. I really feel like it's super powerful, and take this time to learn how to use it. There's tons of online resources, but these are some of the tricks that I've used to grow my following, and this is something I used for almost all of my clients. So for me personally, if I'm a hunting brand, right, I would go out and look at other hunting celebrities and other hunting TV shows, and go in and comment on their posts, and go in and like and follow people that are following those similar brands, and go in and spend 20 minutes to an hour a day doing that. And that's what I do for my clients right now. So if I am trying to get the attention of people that will buy the clothing that I'm wearing, I need to target my audience. And so finding other companies and other people that are similar, and going in and commenting, and you could do that if you're a restaurant. For a local dealership like Fitzgerald, it's easy to go in and comment on posts from restaurants and posts for local places and things going on in the community, and just getting engaged with the community and communicating with them and commenting and going out and engaging with them organically. And I try to do that at least twice a day. going in and following and unfollowing celebrity accounts. And I know that sounds crazy, but like Taylor Swift has like hundreds and some million followers on Instagram. If you go in and follow her, just imagine going in and standing in front of 100 million people and like putting up a sign really quick with your username on it and then putting it down. So statistically, you're going to get just a few followers just doing that every day. Going in, following Taylor Swift and unfollowing Taylor Swift. Going in, following Cristiano Ronaldo or, you know, Nat Geo Wild or some of these other accounts. And you can Google who has, you know, tons of followers and do that with their accounts a couple of times a day. And hashtagging. So I would say go in and at least make sure you're using like 10 relevant hashtags in your posts. If you're not putting it right in the post, go in and make a comment and put in the hashtags in as a comment. That makes your post look less spammy, but also applies for the technology part of it to get your post to start coming up. On Instagram, people actually follow hashtags. So if you're not using hashtags on Instagram, you're not going to come up in search results. Bottom line.
Carolyn,
yes, sir.
Quick question here, and we're approaching the end. We had somebody on here a couple weeks ago focused on LinkedIn that talked about hashtags, and there was a way to search on LinkedIn how many followers a hashtag has, so you can put the right wording in. Is that possible on Instagram or Facebook?
Yep. Yeah. On Instagram, you can search for hashtags and it'll tell you how many people are following that hashtag, how many posts there are that have that hashtag in it already. And that is an option in Instagram as well.
Great.
Yep.
Great. Can you wrap up?
Yes, sir.
Next few minutes?
I only got one slide left. So this is my Instagram account. Feel free to follow me, Caroline A. Hutchison. Also, we have Medina Media Maryland is my other Instagram account. And here's my contact information. If anyone has questions, feel free to reach out to me.